City Network. Interviewing all your favorite deathmatch superstars. 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 Deathmatch Russell. Deathmatch Russell. Deathmatch Russell. Yeah.
And good evening, everyone. You're listening to another episode of the Deathmatch Russell podcast. And tonight, my guest, wrestler, entertainer. You've seen him on GCW's Wombat Pro Wrestling event. Game Changer was in Nashville, Tennessee. Tennessee. Yes, just Tennessee and other places as well. And, man, this guy just had a fun time with the show. You could tell he had the people on their feet, amped up, ready to go. Let's talk to him and see what he's up to and much more. Tune in right now, fans. Mr.Brickster, you're on the line.
Let's go. Brick Nation, stand up. It's your boy. Yeah. Brickster live now.
Live,
I'm
baby,
here in
live.
Nashville, Tennessee, originally from Buffalo, New York.
Yeah, I was going to say.
716.
Yeah.
But now, we're making waves down here in Smashville. They call me Brickster the Nasty. What's up, baby? Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem. You're welcome. But, man, you've been everywhere. But you just got back from a trip, too, didn't you, this week? You were just traveling. Man.
Yeah, we just, actually, it was in Nashville. Capital Wrestling came on up.
Yeah.
They're from the Northeast, and they got a chance to come out here and put on a little show here at Marathon Music Works, and it was a great success.
Yeah.
They had a cool stack card, and
The 187. I saw the 187 Homicide. You had the
absolutely legends.
Yeah.
So we got a chance to, Capital got a chance to come in, and I think it was their first time dipping in here. And, GCW did it a few weeks back. And
I
that
know.
Was an incredible success.
Gosh.
And,
man, they're like flying. They are like
Nashville's just the spot.
It is. It's the high nation. You know what you could say. I don't know.
It's just a good spot.
It's
just like it's one of those things where there's so many people moving here. I think it's like 109 people a day, and it's constantly growing. And there's just people from all over, and it's just a really good area. The weather's good, the food's good.
Yeah,
it's beautiful people. So it's just a good spot for wrestling, I guess. I'm not saying that it's like the big hotbed, but I think it's definitely growing.
Yeah, because East Coast, West Coast, this place, that place, it's all over the place. It's a cancer. GCW is like a cancer of like it's everywhere. Just you know what I mean? Like wrestling is everywhere. It just spreads.
Yeah, for sure. And that's kind of the cool thing about it, and that's kind of why I came down to the central area of Nashville, Tennessee. I came down here to say, I'm an entertainer, and I want to be an entertainer.
Yeah.
I want to be a professional wrestler, so I wanted to be in a city that I could touch, city that I'm able to make moves in. And Buffalo, New York, I love them to death, and I love that city, and I love everyone that brought me up there. And I got them on my back everywhere I go, but it wasn't for my journey at that time.
No. But yeah, I remember you came to one GCW show. I saw you in the crowd. You were walking, bullshitting for a minute or two, in AC.
Yeah. Was that up in New York City?
No, AC, Atlantic City. We Odita's show or something. I think it was no. June Kasai, maybe? No. Or you were there for something. I know you were there. We went for a show.
I was definitely up there for the Jersey City ones, and for the Collective and all the spring breaks.
Yeah. Everywhere. Everywhere.
All those ones up there. So yeah, just kind of trying to get out there and just trying to just keep connecting with people. And my message is all about making wrestling better.
Yeah.
Brick by brick.
Yeah.
So regardless of who you work for, or
absolutely,
or if you're a fan, or you're holding the camera, or whatever. If you're part of the show and you're a fan or you're a wrestler or whatever it is, I believe it's a brotherhood. I believe it's a community, and I'm just kind of using whatever I can to try to
pave your way. Just get your name out there.
Yeah, and just just let people know that that's really what the important part of this business is. And
And it's all about fun.
Doing stuff together and not trying to. I mean, once you get on the business side of it, you start realizing that. But sometimes it just takes growing pains.
I know, because you know, we're fans. Like, you know, that's how we got into it. You know, like, and if it's like how
being a fan, whatever you want to
be a mark and a podcaster.
It doesn't matter, and like you just gotta love the business. Once you fall in love with the actual art itself. It doesn't really matter where you fall on the card or anything of that. It's just all about, being part of the play. If all of a sudden, I could have easily became a Broadway, potentially, Broadway artist, right? Where I was doing maybe musicals and stuff like that. And it's all about getting into Hamilton, or it's all about getting into Aladdin. No one's promised to be, Aladdin. But I mean, if you get into play and, you're down on Broadway, you're in New York City doing your thing, I promise you life's good.
Yeah. I mean, you have to break the rules. It's like West Side Story, like that was one of those killer plays that really showed people, who they are, the rebels and, the Jets and the Rifters and, that
for sure, bro, for sure. So, yeah, man, we're out there, we're out there, we're hitting the north to south and just trying to kind of, because there's a little bit of the northern style and then we got the southern style and there's some incredible wrestlers down here that don't make it up there. There's some incredible wrestlers up there that don't make it down, just because maybe their journey's different or they just have the opportunities. And I'm just trying to just learn as much as I can from all different products and promotions and all different parts of the country and styles. Yeah. And just kind of see what best is for Brick and what's best for Brick Nation and for the fans.
And then you've of course you were the voice of WOM Wrestling, right?
Yes, I was the voice of Wombat for GCW. That was an incredible success.
That was a hype. That everybody was hyped. That was a good show, crowd. I wish I was there for that. I would have had a blast, I would have loved.
That show is special. That show is was a show where you just you don't know sometimes because Brett took a really big step out and coming down to Tennessee.
I know,
and I'm glad he did. Because he got a chance to come down here and just kind of see who we are as people and we got a chance to learn a lot from him, and the promotion got a chance to do very well for the fans here. And Wombat was a really good start to that because, the next day was in Nashville at the Basement East.
I know, and then you see these guys are getting booked everywhere now, and that's good. Like Blake Christian and Alex Zane. Like, look at those guys.
Yeah, I was with Blake yesterday at the Capitol. He was right. It was cool because I got a chance to spend time with Blake, and Blake's been wrestling, down in this scene for years, and he finally just kind of broke out. He's doing his thing, and it was just cool just to see just a wrestler hustling, because he was, he just wrestled Zane in L.A. 2 days ago.
I know.
And right from there, he's on a flight, and then I think he wrestled in Tennessee the night. I think that. Thank goodness, that's Saturday, and then he wrestled Sunday at Capitol. So he's just grinding, and his art is unique. It's different. It's elevated. Yeah. And I'm just and Zane too. So I'm just it's just been really cool to even be a part of their journey.
Yeah, because now you can say
I love watching people blow up.
Because it's like Joey Janela. Like that kid, I've seen him when he first started out at a local shitty carny promotion. It was called NWS, and he grew up and just look at him now, like everywhere, like it's signed.
Yeah,
I mean,
Joey
we're just proud. We're just proud.
He's
proud
of him. Special person for sure. With the way that he went about it, the road that he took, and what he's doing for wrestling now.
I know. And Final Curtain, man. Oh. I'll be there.
I know. It's like a teardripper. This stuff kind of makes me all sad.
I'm gonna cry.
I've been coming up with Marco. So
what's that?
I was in the SCI tournament last year with Marco. Marco ended up taking the tournament, the Future Showcase, and then going to the SCI tournament.
That's what this year's was pretty good. I was impressed with the lot. That was a really good show. I enjoyed watching it. I got a chance to hack it, but yeah.
Did you watch the Future Showcase?
No.
Okay, I called that. I actually commented. Check out the Future Showcase. It was really good.
All right.
Steve Manders ends up winning. One called Manders. He's an animal. If you haven't heard about him, you will.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple other guys, on that tournament. The one match was
Yeah.
I think it was Manders, Zach Cooper, and
somebody else, I think.
Jake.
Yeah.
It was Jake.
Yeah. Jake Parnell. Jake Parnell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They said that they had potentially one of the best matches of the whole show. And like I said, it's in the Future Showcase. Make sure you check that out. Me and Dylan Hales called it Love Dylan Hales. He's brought me up out here. He's family.
Cool. I'll have to check that card out. Or is that a different card? Was that no? That was the same night, right? Was that the same?
It was a different card, but it's on WTV.
Yeah.
And if any of you guys don't have or have been a part of IWTV, just use the code Brickster, and you get free 20 days free. So you can go out there and watch the Future Showcase.
Maybe I'll hit that up, fans. Check it out. Listen to that. I'll check that out tonight. Gives me something to do. Ooh.
Absolutely.
But man, there's so much wrestling going on. Japan's coming for these guys. Bloodsport. I'm headed to AC. I'm so super pumped for that. I cannot wait. Like,
oh yeah, that Bloodsport one. Oh yeah,
it's just blowing up. It's just blowing up. This one's going to be different, but good.
Yeah. It'll definitely give some new guys a chance to show who they are, and
and I'm sitting general admission for this one. I never sit general admission. I waited too long, but it's okay. Happens.
Yeah, it's okay.
You know what? It happens because usually I sit front row every show. So
I'm excited to see what Anthony Henry does. He's been a monster down here. He's been really kicking people in the face.
And Zachary Wentz too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'll be really good. I'm excited to see them both and
the Bulldog again.
I got my buddy up there in Buffalo. He's been a monster right now on the wrestling scene. His name's Daniel Garcia. His name's Red Death.
Yeah.
He's been fighting people like Walter and all that. He's part of Smash in Canada. And
cool.
He came up with me.
Yeah.
And I hope one day he gets a shot at something like Bloodsport because Daniel Garcia he's a maniac. So, yeah. But, no, a lot of great wrestling coming up there. Obviously, you got the curtain call coming up. And hopefully maybe in the future, maybe Wombat. I don't know. You never know.
Wombat hits the East Coast.
Surprises coming out. You just never know what could happen again. So we'll just a lot of good things going on.
Keep it on the hush, right? God, you never know. Wombat.
I don't know.
I know.
Them do all that stuff, but I can tell you the way that it went down. I don't see how we couldn't have another one.
Wombat down in East Coast, Asbury Park.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
There.
Oh my God. Could you imagine? It's a nice little venue. It's a nice venue. It's a good place for wrestling. Like,
I know. I got to get up there too. But that'd be really cool. So, and then other than that, it's been a really, really good, crazy few weekends.
I know.
Because that SCI tournament down there, you start with Crux Wrestling, which is on that Thursday.
Yeah.
Which was, you got B-Boy, you got Chip Day, you got Carrie Awful, you got Brett Ice in there. Brett Ice is a complete monster himself. We put me to the SCI tournament night one.
Yeah.
And from there, you went to the Future Showcase that Saturday morning that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Night two of that, SCI tournament on that Saturday. On that Sunday, everyone traveled back from Chattanooga to Nashville for SUP.
Yeah.
All hell breaks loose. so that 4 days right there, people are running on like.
And you still have
7 hours.
And you still have a voice.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
Wow. It was wild, but IWTV covered the whole thing. They're professionals, they're pros. So I started working with them, and it was pretty cool. A couple hours ago, I had the opportunity to get in touch with. A company got in touch with me about a promo I cut from 2008, which is a promo of me just doing this yes, kind of this Daniel Bryan little dumb thing while I was lifting weights. I was doing the shoulder press.
Right.
I don't know how they found it, but Discover Card found it, and they want to use it for a commercial. So they basically just got in contact with me. I signed the rights over to them. They're going to use it somehow or another, and compensate me incredible for it.
Be like, I want some comps for this or something. Be like, I want some Discovery reward comps for this.
I can't believe it though. I never thought that. Goodness, it was like smooth promo. Somehow they found it through hashtags. I don't know.
They can do it. It's amazing. Like it's social media.
Crazy.
It is.
They had all my information. They knew who I was. They had my email.
Yeah.
It was awesome. So hopefully that will come out soon in the next few weeks of me doing some crazy promo on this Discover Card commercial. So that should be dope.
That's gonna be sweet. I'm jealous.
That's some good news.
Oh, but I did get my name shouted out at the LA show. That was cool. Deathmatch Russell podcast by Sean. So Sean.
Yeah, that's good.
That kid's
but it's just like one of those things.
Yeah.
I just think wrestling's interesting. You never really know where the journey can go or what things you do now can affect the future. And I'm talking about they got in touch with me today for February 2018. Dumb little video promo, because that's what I do. I just cut these little promos to try to get traction. It was a dumb little promo. It was off Instagram too, wasn't off Twitter. And the second thing was it had very minimum views. So it just goes to show you that wrestling's crazy, entertainment's crazy.
They can pull you from anywhere. It's a surprise. It's a surprise. You get a surprise. And, I'll be like...
You gotta pursue it.
And then I could be like, hey, I know this guy. I've had him on my podcast, too, so he'll be back more and more, fans. So, and I'll see him at shows, too, It's like, we'll be hanging out, Once you become these podcasters and wrestlers and friends, it's we enjoy it for life,
For sure, man, for sure. So that was some cool news today, and Brick Nation's building the house down here in Nashville, Tennessee right now. We've leased to do the so we're in that kind of journey that will be done by the end of the year, and we're still we got some arrows and some momentum, I believe, still with All Elite Wrestling. And the original librarian for them.
I remember that. I remember that
type of stuff. So we're hoping that that can still unravel, and maybe not so much like a lab.
Like the new roster. Like today, I just flipped it on Twitter. Look who's now the newest member, Orange Cassidy. The Juice Man.
And he's the man.
He deserves something like that. I think I could see him doing something good with him. It's gonna be it's hard, It's hard, but you know what?
What Orange Cassidy does, no one does in the business.
Yes, he's the Colt Cabana.
Michael Jackson of music at this point.
Yes, he's the of course he probably took Colt Cabana. Like you would think like he's the mix the Colt Cabana from the old Kachara days, and I know that. I'm sure Cassidy did that too, as well.
Well, it's not even that. Like,
no.
You know his career before that, so all the street cred he gets from that. So you're talking about like a full-fledged gangster putting on a business suit, and all of a sudden get the big record deal or something. And it's like you just got nothing but respect for him because he's so versatile. And he's done so much. Now what he's doing now, and no one's doing, and no one can do.
No.
So I mean, if I had my company and I was them, I would sign him. I would cut him a check in a second.
Damn right. Yeah, you would have had a nice big chunk of change in your pocket. I was like, damn, this guy could have had something. Like it's a dream.
Well, and it's like for me, but that's another shot. Right?
Yep,
so like,
absolutely. Batters up.
Promo that I put out there because I watch my boy during the day. I'm a stay-at-home dad because pursuing wrestling, you can't do a full-time job otherwise.
Yes,
I'll probably get on golf with doing wrestling and then hang out with my son and destroy my life or my marriage. So. We just balance it off where I just kind of watch the family. My wife does some work, and then I go away on the weekends. So we're not missing each other all week. We still have time with each other.
Yep.
But he was napping, and I had the opportunity to cut a promo. I decided to just get real weird. Maybe took one or two takes. This stuff does not take long at all. Goodness, potentially 10 minutes, maybe. And I just did it, and I fired it out there, and I was just confident in it, even though it was a little bit of a different spin on who I am. Because I'm an actor. I can do a lot of different things.
Absolutely.
Just a little bit of spin on it. But, it was one of those things where I didn't really know if anyone would see it. Or it was one of those things where sometimes you can put stuff out there and it doesn't do good for your career. Sometimes it kind of makes you. I don't know. Sometimes things backfire a little bit.
Yeah.
But for me, I was just so confident in that. I was just so confident in this dumb, goofy,
wacky
crazy,
character,
freaky librarian character that I just figured it would get some type of traction.
It
Maybe
did.
Not the right traction.
I mean, it had a lot of views though. It had a lot of views on YouTube.
And so it was cool for them to use it. Then kind of, then I got a chance to meet him and had a big promo for it. And used the whole thing. just a great opportunity to work for such a great company, great guys. Great
we're so proud of, you know what, but we're proud of what they have now, and like Marco, and like just be proud of what they have, But
so proud. I'm so pleased they're giving people opportunity like that. So I'm just excited.
Like tag teams, like the like a tag team, like the Private Party. Look at them.
I love Private Party.
They're awesome.
For sure.
I used to hate them at CZW or GCW, but then they came around and I was like, these guys are okay. They just don't matter.
I agree completely. There's so much opportunity. So I'm just gonna keep hanging and banging. That's what I do. That's what Bricks does. Mm-hmm. And something's gonna happen because I'm gonna make sure I won't stop.
Look at you. You had that one-time shot right on VH1 or MTV, whatever it was.
VH1.
Yeah, that was pretty. Probably a moment in your time. You're like, wow, I got somewhere.
Well, it was when I was 21, I got casted for this reality TV show, and I was on vacation. I didn't really know what it was for.
Yeah,
and I ended up being the youngest guy on the show. By 2 years. Mm-hmm. Not really knowing what I'm signing up for, and then when it turns into being basically the breakout of reality TV and end up actually being VH1's most reality television show of all time, I had no idea that was going to be that.
Did they get a lot of ratings back then for that?
Oh my God! Yeah. This show was like it was. Yeah. It was
what episode? If I have to go, what episode if I look online, like YouTube?
Go to second. It'll be like the battle of me and 12 Pack probably.
Okay.
Full episode based with me and 12 Pack battling.
Yeah.
I can go to one. You can go to the reunion. Me and her fight off at the reunion. You go to special clips. You'll see some real wild stuff there. I do some really crazy stuff and.
So cool.
Yeah, they got enough content. It was a short-lived character, but man, it was memorable.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you a story in a minute about my cousin. Go ahead. Yeah. Finish up.
It was cool, and it definitely helped me get a little idea for a camera. Mm-hmm. Helped me get out to LA and kind of spend some time out there and just learn a little bit more of the entertainment business. And this was goodness. I don't really. I do talk about it. It's definitely part of who I am, and definitely part of my resume. Mm-hmm. But it was goodness 12, 13 years ago, so it's kind of like taling about old football stories.
It's like watching an old WrestleMania from
people. This, has it helped me? Sure, but just because some people just were huge fans of the show, But, do I actually mention it? Nah, I don't. I'm not really. Who I was then, who I am now is completely different. I was a really reckless person, not making right decisions, not doing anything for anybody. No. Now everything's based around family and people and bringing people together and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not. It's not that I'll talk about it any day, but I'm a man now.
I know. I was going to say my cousin was on TV when he did that show. Remember that TV show Tribeca for New York? Huh? It was an old TV series, like back in the 90s. And my cousin got a role in playing it with his band, just jamming in an apartment. And he made like a couple dollars off of that. I'm like, damn.
Sure.
Slapping his bass guitar, helping a person move a box.
Yeah, absolutely. Right place, right time.
Yeah, you know what? Right place, right time. I remember, since I work in the garbage business, I'm looking at it. I remember the time that there was a film crew that came around. They knocked on our door, out of our work, and they said, "Hey, we need a couple of guys for a project." And it was called Bricktown the City. Bricktown was like a drug movie. So I got to be like an extra on the garbage truck hanging on the back,
Sure.
And it was like, wow. All right, I got my fame. Thanks. I feel famous now,
Yeah.
I've had my spot in The Wrestler, sitting second row.
For sure.
Like I always tell everybody The Wrestler. I always tell my family and friends, and I show the video. If you look at the Broadway Rec Center, when they're coming through the curtains and everybody's there, I'm sitting second row, ringside, can't miss me, just having a good time, regretting that I went outside for a cigarette and Mickey Rourke was out there. I should have been like, hey,
Yeah.
Like, damn. But, you never know.
A lot of getting brought up and learned the entertainment business and kind of the business side of it was Lex Luger's taught me a lot of it. He's my dad mentor in the business. He's brought me up.
Shout out to Lex Luger, big Lex.
Shout out to Luger. Love you, Lex. Always. Some of my moves and some of the stuff I do in the ring is just paying respects to him, and so he's definitely a big part of my wrestling journey. And he's just taught me a lot about the business aspect of it, and just because he was a professional NFL player for years, and then he got one of the first wrestling contracts. So if he knows anything, he knows business. Yeah. And so I've been just blessed to learn a lot about that, and I've just been blessed really by everyone who's came around me in the business and supported me, because a lot of times you don't really get
the opportunity. No.
Yeah, you just don't get a chance to learn from really good people, or and it's not you don't want to, but sometimes you just aren't in the right
place, the
situations, or meet the right people.
It's always something, It's like you know what? I'll tell you I like telling stories about like who I've seen and my dad's seen, famous people wise. Well, one year my sister had a party, like a New Year's party. Guess who showed up? CeCe DeVille of Poison was there.
Oh wow!
And I didn't know it, so I go in the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen hanging out with everybody, having a beer. His little son's in the kitchen with him. I guess he has a son, so he was asking for some cherry, those cherries in a jar. The jubal, and he's like, I want a cherry. So I was like, hey, how about some cherry pie? And then CeCe's like, that was my song. I'm like, no shit, really? Wild ride.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? And
that is crazy.
It is. But he didn't play any. I was like, damn, why couldn't you play something for us,
I know, right?
Yeah. Gosh. But I'm jealous of my dad, because he went to he did a work party. He went to a work party, crashed a party of Madonna's.
Oh wow, your dad's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT, man.
Connections.
Yes, walked into a hotel. There was a restaurant, and there's Madonna signing autographs for signing a big record deal. And she's like, hey, come on, join us for dinner. So my dad went back to his hotel, got a business card, fake it looked like he knew somebody in high school,
Yeah.
And just crashed a party and hung out with her. It was crazy.
Smart.
Good
for him.
I know.
Very smart.
And then she made the multi-million-dollar paper the next day or something, for signing.
Yeah.
It's amazing who you find.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Good stuff.
It is. How many wrestlers, I run into, and I always tell the story about how I met Balls Mahoney, growing up and stuff. I was 18 years old and I worked in a dollar store. I didn't know what ECW really, was till that day. You know what I mean? I didn't know about it, but this guy comes in and I hear, a conversation. They say, hey, this guy's a wrestler. I'm like, no shit. So I go over there, get an autograph. He signs a piece of paper for me while I'm stocking the shelves, But then we became friends after that. It was like, wow.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. I seen Balls Mahoney. I seen him wrestle in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Flickinger Arena for ECW.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Very good.
I know. So we became friends after that. And with the Candidos, of course, too. I could go on and on about the Candido family, His younger brother.
Yeah.
His younger brother.
Yeah.
Johnny and stuff. But yeah, man. It's people like that we think about wrestling still, It's like those guys paved the way for a lot of the guys, But
absolutely, man. Absolutely.
What?
What do you think then? Who do you think? Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Everyone get pulled up. With contracts and such. Who do you think the next rising stars are going to be?
There's so many out there. It's just amazing. Every day we see who's on TV, who's not on TV, who's independent. Who can do it.
On the independent scene, who do you think is going to rise up on the independent?
Like we said before, those kid Alex Zane and Blake. I think those could be the two next knockout talents. I would say that right now.
I agree with that. I think there are definitely two of them. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And if you were to throw in Well, of course, Manser every day, he could do it.
Yeah, Manser every day. I love Manser.
Manser, he just said something about lucha. Want to see me do some lucha? I could see him doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Go lucha, Mance. But
what about that Brett Eisen?
That guy is a fire. Yeah, he's a talent that is undiscovered. He could be something new for the independent scene. Like like he could just as you start out going these little.
He looks like a psychopath murderer.
He like a psychopath Kane, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He's got that look that people just don't have. Like, he's crazy, but he literally looks like a murderer.
He's like, I can't do a podcast with you. I'm sorry. Okay, I understand you're busy. It's all good.
He'll probably kill you.
Yeah, he'll probably kill me. I know.
What about O'Shea Edwards? He's up there.
That guy.
You start seeing him. He's gonna make some noise.
That guy's a beast, I think, on the scene. I was after watching a couple of videos and YouTube clips of him, caught my eye. I'm like, wow.
Yep. You got Jaden Newman. He's definitely working hard. You might not have heard of him, but yeah, there's some. Dana Garcia, you got Puff. Brandon Thurston, he's been doing it forever, but he's been making some waves up and beyond.
You got Logan Stunt. His brother needs to step up.
Yeah, Logan.
Yeah. I know. People don't know that these family double stunts can do it all, But there's more talent. There's talent.
Extremely talented.
Tag teams, like you could see the tag team divisions. It's like unbelievable now, You have like.
Yeah, I think there's there'll be a rise in tag teams. I just think just due to companies are looking for them. I literally just seen MLW was scouting for them.
Yes, I just saw something on the news on that. I'm like, that could be interesting.
So Violence is Forever. You got the production. You got the Carnies.
Yeah. The Ducks, like always.
You got the Besties. Yeah. You got a lot of good. You still got a lot of good talent out there. I think that they deserve a lot more work.
The Rejects should get a shot at that.
The Rejects. I mean,
absolutely. Those guys are my friends. Those guys crashed on my couch. I had good times with them.
Yeah, Rip City Shooters. Oh yeah, there's some guys up there in AIW and PME. Some good groups out there.
Jonathan Wolf.
So I'm hoping that some of these guys, IFHY, hoping some of these guys can start getting some more opportunities because they've been really working hard.
Yeah, and like a lot of these younger guys they're coming in from CZW. Look at that. I mean, there's a lot of talent that's undiscovered. It's still out there. It's going to rise. Just wait till we be like, wow, hey, who's on Monday Night Raw this weekend? Oh, is that the next Rory Gulak? Come on.
Absolutely.
Or the next Biff Busick.
Next Biff Busick.
Yes. People that we don't really.
I like that.
I know. People you don't remember. People would be like, wow. I see these guys live how many times? Or you go to a show and you don't realize that these guys get the recognition that they really should,
I know.
I mean, nowadays it's like what? Look at this, Chicago AEW already? I'm like, what the hell, Philadelphia? I'm like, oh man, if I had the time on a Wednesday, I'd go, But how could you go to?
No.
I'm like, damn, they're moving around. Why can't they do an East Coast? I'm waiting for a Jersey show. That would be hot. I bet you that's coming.
Yeah.
I bet you that'll be coming eventually.
Oh yeah, they'll be doing a lot of cities. They're coming.
Yeah, because you could tell territories. They want to, in their deal on TV.
I was actually going to go out for the Chicago Starcast in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For the American Rebel Cigar Company. Because I'm friends with the owner there, and American Rebel is Cody and Kaz's cigar company. So I was going to go out there, and I can't. I stand up in a wedding the day it was going down. It's all good. It's all good.
No.
Get the next one.
There's always
at least it's not just a wedding. At least I stand up in it,
Yeah, you could have a couple drinks and just have a good time. That's it. Forget the next
day.
day.
Back in Buffalo, so I'll be out of town. It'll be fine.
That's a good deal, Be like, But I'm going to be Jersey, and, I got H2O coming up. There's so much deathmatch stuff still coming up this way, There's a lot of stuff happening. Jersey's having.
Yeah, you got a lot of deathmatch stuff coming up, don't you?
Yeah, no ring deathmatch, Casanova Valentine. Shout out to that guy,
Mm-hmm.
Fucking crazy guy from Brooklyn, New York.
I think Effie, too. You guys, Effie's the man.
That's what I was going to say.
You guys know about Effie up there? Effie's the man.
Effie's the man. He needs to come on my podcast. I keep on saying, come on, Effie, get on. Get on.
Effie is the man. That's all I can tell you guys.
I'm shocked. Like, are you, when you saw, I was watching a promo of him talking about Nick Gage, that match they could have finally.
Yeah.
My God, I'm like, is this gonna be this is gonna be interesting to watch,
I know.
It's like Effie gets his chance with Nick Gage finally.
I know. This is wild. I want to see Effie get his chance with everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's making me want him to see him with everybody because he's telling such a different story.
Yeah.
And that's what this is about.
Yeah. I like how it's set up.
We're completely into Effie because of the promos he's cutting. Of course, he's incredible. Yeah. His personality's great, but you just want to see the way he's going to wrestle each opponent because everyone's so different.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
It was great.
Shout out to Effie. I love you, Effie.
Love you, Effie. Yeah, I was watching. There was some news thing. There's a news crew there in Nashville too, wasn't there? For something that
there's a few news cruises.
Crazy.
Yeah, because
I saw something on the news. I should share it with you. I saw it. I'll send that to you. Yeah, that was crazy.
There's an idea match, which is really cool for Temple Wrestling. Mm-hmm. It was ran by Wrestling Federation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it was really cool because people's lives, and there was a few people there. Yeah. One live that was actually so from the event. Mm-hmm. So that's why the news and stuff was there because this was over wrestling yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, because I saw a shot of John Wayne Murdoch in the background. I'm like, oh, there he is, swinging a chair. I had.
Yeah, I know, right?
I had to send it to him because he's like, he always keeps up with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you know what? Makes local guy, did his thing.
Yeah, we had some of our Wombat crew there last night. It was cool.
Mm-hmm. So, if we were to go throw back, wrestling, who did you grow up watching? Who are your favorites? Of course, Lex Luger. Okay.
Yeah, of course, but
yeah.
I mean, as far as people that I love.
Yeah.
I love Goldust.
Yes, Goldust was the classic.
I mean, I got picked on for it, but I just thought he was just so unique.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed HBK. Mm-hmm. I like that sexy boy type of look, and
you know what people always bring up in podcasts are the two popular ones. Really, still are Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. I always notice that in podcasts.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, The Undertaker didn't do anything for me growing up. I don't want anyone to I know people freak out and they say he's the best. No. That's fine, but it just didn't work for me.
No, that wasn't. He wasn't really my era, until we really watched Hell in the Cell,
Mm-hmm.
And then I like
Das Wonder Kid.
Mm-hmm. Paul Orndorff. People don't realize these are the guys that really made the wrestling. Paul Orndorff to Ricky the Dragon.
Yeah, I loved Gangrel. Mm-hmm. I loved
Demolition.
Just weird characters. I like storytellers. Mm-hmm. Again, you love The Rock, you love your Stone Cold. Who doesn't, right? I love DX, I love Triple H.
Yeah.
I mean, when they put them in front of your face forever, of course, and they're great people.
Yeah.
But I like those little weird dudes that would just do stuff,
The oddities
or something. Hollies and stuff.
The oddities or something,
The cat,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember the cat. But, just the weird ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Isaac Yankem when he first started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
like Isaac Yankem. Exactly. That's the stuff I liked.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's like
the vignettes. So what would happen is all these main guys would just get all the TV time, and they would just would ever get all the main matches.
Yeah.
And we all fall in love with those guys.
Mm-hmm.
But then they would start introducing us these weird characters and giving them vignettes and building them up before they'd launch them, which, like, they should do that, like now again, but they don't. But it's fine. Mm-hmm. But, like, they would give all this character development, and then all of a sudden they would debut, and, like, these people were just so shot. You know, like the Boogeyman stuff. Like, it was just so good.
Yeah, yeah. And seeing them live then, it's like, all right, these are cool. These are great gimmicks, you know? These are great characters and the way they pursued them, you know? It's like...
Exactly. So, you know... My dad and I, we really loved wrestling. He was the guy who really got me into it. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace, he's not here anymore. Yeah. He never actually even seen me with long hair. Mm-hmm. He never even known I was a wrestler, so he knew all this. It blew his freaking mind.
Right.
But he brought me up on it. Mm-hmm. And he'd bring me to, like, ECW, Burt Flickinger Arena, Buffalo, New York, where it would be like... Mm-hmm. It'd be like Living Dangerously or something, where they did like a TV taping. Yeah. And like we could bring all our own weapons and they would use them. I'm talking like I'm like elementary school in school. Yeah. Like this stuff's crazy. You know, you got like the Sandman, you got Taz, you got FBI, you got Shane Douglas, you got the Eliminators. Yeah, yeah. You got, Head,
Big Dick,
Al Snow,
Big Dick Dudley,
these people are
Big
nuts.
Dick Dudley,
Dudley boys,
Big Dick Dudley,
Joel Gertner.
Yeah,
this stuff was amazing for me. This changed me. I think seeing that type.
You know what? I got introduced to Joe Gertner at actually Chris's funeral or Balls's funeral. Oh, it was sad. Oh, man,
sad.
I know.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Oh. So anyways, that's what brought me up.
Yeah.
That's what really got me into it, and that's kind of where my cards fall as far as like what really brought me up and like what really got me going with it. That I just remember those days and how incredible they were.
Mm-hmm. What was it like? Your like besides ECW, like going to a show, like just as a fan having fun, go like a house show or like a local show.
Yeah, I mean, me non-wrestling, I'm a huge heckler. Yeah. I'm a big personality. Mm-hmm. So, like, I would be a guy that would, like, sit in front row and I would just, like, heckle the crap out of people. Mm-hmm. Now, as a performer and as a wrestler, I don't really do that. No. I really know how annoying that is.
Right.
But I used to do that. Mm-hmm.
You look cool.
Typically, like, how it would go for us is, like, we would just, he would get the, he would have, like, that cable box back in the 90s where he could steal pay-per-view.
Yes.
We'd all get together, and we would just, me, my brother, all his friends, my friends, and we would just, it wasn't clear, it's fuzzy, but, man, we got a chance to see it all. So that's kind of
it's
really
it's like the 80s and 90s by me, at the Jersey Shore. Man, we had wrestling that was $5 at the door, I used to go to every Saturday morning to the Iron Mike Sharp Wrestling School down in a workout area, like it was like unbelievable. I'd see wrestlers every day, and like X-Pac as the 1, 2, 3 Kid,
mm-hmm.
Nova before he was Nova, like ECW Nova,
sure.
And like the Wall and this and that. It's just a group, because his brother, because Nova's brother ran a promotion. It was called Phoenix Championship Wrestling. Blew the hell out of everybody's mind in the 90s, because it was Samoa Joe to all your stars, these days, TNA to WWE, and you're like, holy shit, You could check
I know what you're saying.
You could check them actually out. They're still on smartmarkvideo.com. They're still out there. So
really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like you'd be like, wow, the Haas Cup and Charlie Haas and the brothers.
Yeah.
When they were still around, it was like amazing. Like I remember seeing a match. I totally. It was Steve Corino. Like really just showing. Was it ECW? No. I got lucky enough, and I saw Nova's farewell match versus Eddie Guerrero.
Oh wow!
Like like you get to see Eddie, and like blew your mind. Like you know what I mean? Like you don't get to see these guys on the indie scene, at an early age. But you get lucky.
No, I understand absolutely.
But then they died.
Great.
Then their company died because they became a lawyer, officer for Seaside or something. I don't know.
Whoa, man, I got you. Okay.
But anyway, man, Mr. Bricks, let's call it a night. This was really awesome. I want to do this again down the line.
Yeah, we'll do it again, man. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for taking time out to hit me up.
So
whenever you want.
So where could your fan club find you at on your social medias?
Well, you guys can hit me up on Twitter at Mr.Brickster 2 R's, or you can hit me on Insta at Mr._Brickster, or Facebook page Mr. Brickster. And if you guys hit me up, I'll get back to you. Let's continue to build. Let's continue to make wrestling better.
Where can fans see you next? What's your next appearance? Where are you going to be?
So right now,
you're looking at your calendar.
I'm coming back from an injury, so I won't be. That's why I've been calling the shows.
Yes.
And doing so much other sides of the job.
Yeah.
Because I just want to be a Swiss Army knife to the wrestling business. So right now I've been injured for the last 2 months. So I'll be back coming this fall. Mm-hmm. And first person in the first place I will be at Southern Underground Pro.
What'd you injure? What'd you do?
It was just my lower back started give me some pain and give me some loss of strength in my left leg. Mm. So I've been, a little imbalanced, and then kind of my knee was, taken out by a couple of wrestlers through the course of the spring, summer. Yeah. And, people like AC Mack, unfortunately people like Brett Ison and Angels aren't going to have to pay for it. So, yeah.
Yeah, timing is coming, But do what you do best, as they always say, right? Do what you do best.
That's it, man. But guys, just know, man, everyone has value, and everyone matters. So when we come together, much like Legos, no matter different color, shape, size we are.
I was going to say, where did you come up with the Lego stuff?
We can build great things, piece by piece, brick by brick.
By brick.
But what's up with that? What'd you say?
Where did the Legos all come about in your gimmick? Or you just love Legos, I guess. You love the Legos.
I do love Legos. I
think everybody does.
Who doesn't like Legos?
I know nieces and nephews. They have them all. I can't complain.
It's still intriguing.
And I step on a lot of them. And I always step on them when they're over at the house. So I feel like I'm walking on tacks or something. Like
man, I've had some matches with them, and they do not feel well.
No, I bet.
But yeah, it was kind of at the time. I had my own bow tie, my own photo booth company up in the north called Bow Tie Productions.
Right.
And I needed to make sure I would show up to these weddings, and I'd have my own photo booth, and I'd do this whole photo booth experience with them. Yeah. And I'd show up all nice, but that's what a lot of people do with these type of companies. So I called it Bow Tie Productions. Yeah. And I started wanting to show up in different kind of bow ties. Mm-hmm. Well, eventually something came about making a Lego bow tie, and it took me years to perfect it.
Yeah. I'm sure.
But I was still wearing them. Yeah. And then I was kind of just started wearing Lego bow ties everywhere. I'd go with one of my trademarks beyond the business stuff. Mm-hmm. And it still is till today, to be quite honest, even without wrestling, because it's just something that's who I am. It's what I like, and it's unique. It's a great conversation piece. Yeah. And when I became a professional wrestler, I had to make it as natural, organic as possible. So I knew that I had to just kind of be an extension of myself. So I just became the Brickster because that's who I was anyways. Mm-hmm. So it was really easy because everything I am, I'm always hype, I'm always wild, it's like everything I am. It's not really, it's not a work, it's not a gimmick. No. That's why I'm not a heel. I'm the biggest babyface in professional wrestling. And you say, what does that mean? That means because this is real life. This is what we're doing. Building Brick Nation up, city by city, piece by piece, brick by brick. Everyone has value. Mm-hmm. We're coming together to make wrestling better, our communities better.
Yes.
So that's just what it's about.
Because you know why we support independent wrestling and wrestling ultimate, and it's great. It's the way to be,
and that's the way it's got to be because that's how we're going to continue to take steps forward with it. Mm-hmm. And no matter if you're a fan, if you're a talent, if you're opening a card, if you're jobbing on the card, if you're main eventing the card, if you're punching tickets, if you're sitting in seats, every person has value in that. So I think if you can come to an idea. Mm-hmm. Of understanding that, I think we all can do better.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Hey, did we say fans where can where you can get T-shirts and stuff. I forgot about that. Did we mention that? No.
So I had a whole launch of them, and I
started
minimal left, but I'm going to be getting a whole new line this fall. So
sweet.
Just stay tuned for it. They're going to come, and they're dope. They're already done.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to set you up.
They're dope. They're already done.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna send you a special package. How's that? Deathmatch Russell package. Ooh.
Let's do it.
Little package deal. I like that.
Let's do it.
People don't know, but they can go online and check it out too on deathmatchrussell.com. Hit me up on PayPal. You can buy a Deathmatch Russell t-shirt, lapel pin, and this and that, and bumper stickers, baseball cards, trading cards, this and that. I'm trying to get up there now. I got to be creative. I don't know what the next thing will launch out there. There's so many cool things.
I know.
All right? Because first,
I know,
do you remember when those stupid things for the phones? What the hell with that stupid thing? I was like, really? Come on. That ain't a friggin' thing. Cozy.
I think fanny packs are it, but that's just me.
Fanny packs are so cool. I love them.
Yeah, I think if a company wanted to really advertise and get their stuff out there, and you're just trying to get their name, they make a cool. I think it's got to be crazy, but just a cool concept, little dope fanny pack. I think all wrestlers will wear it.
Yeah. I mean, look at
they're a little pricey though. I know it's a little more than just a pin and a shirt, but
I know lapel pins.
You could sell it for a little more too once you get grinding.
Mm-hmm. You just sell it and make a hat and get it. Hats are popular, but they're up there in price too. I've tried. I'm like, a couple ideas. I got some other things I'm looking at. Looking at little stupid stuff, Those bracelets are always good though. Kids like those.
Oh yeah.
Kids like those 8x10s, you name it. Everything's out there.
Everything.
Support it. It's like I support it, like support Collar and Elbow. It's like one of my big shout out companies too. So I'm part of them.
Yeah, support them all, man. Support it.
Got to. I get paid for them. Thank you. Thanks, Al Snow. But all right, Mr. Bricks. I'd like great for blah, 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 blah. That's all, folks. Now, that was great talking to you tonight, and let's set this up again down the line. How's that?
All right, bro. You're the man. Appreciate you.
You have a good night.
All right, later, bro.
Yep. Bye bye. Fans, I want to say thank you to my guest tonight, wrestler, entertainer, Mr. Brickster. And you know what? Get out to a show. Go say hello to this guy. He's entertaining. He's done it all. Like he says, it's brick by brick. And you know what? You just give it all you can and do it. Take it day by day by day. Climb the ladder, put another brick in the wall. And just keep on supporting wrestling. Thank you, fans, for listening. Catch me tomorrow night on the Deathmatch Russell podcast, as I am going to be talking once again to my guest. I've had her on in the past. You've heard her on my podcast. We're going to be talking to... Give me 1 second while I'm looking at my notes here. Going to talk to Rissa Pappas again and see what she's up to. Check that out, because it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a podcast. It's going to be great. Just stay tuned for that, fans. Check it out tomorrow. It's going to be on Twitch, streaming on Twitch too. So check that out. Podcast City Network will be streaming it live on Twitch. So log on to Twitch and check it out, please. The Deathmatch Russell podcast will be on there. And then this Thursday night, fans, once again, the Dirtologist, the one and only, the Filthy Family, the Farley Forever, Dirtbag Dan will be on the podcast once again. He's got some news coming, and I want to hear all about it. And there's so much going on with him in the wrestling world. So fans, check it out. The Dirtologist, Dirtbag Dan, is coming back on the Deathmatch Russell podcast, and so much more. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. with our guest, Pappas. Tune in. And a special guest, and a co-host will be Everett Lee of the Everett Lee of the Podcast City Network will be joining us too. So stand, fans, check it out. Thank you for listening, and have a good night, everyone.
Hey,
wrestling fans, I want to mention Collar and Elbow. Collar and Elbow was founded on traditional values of professional wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product intended to connect with people on an emotional level. A symbiotic relationship where one cannot flourish without the other. We strive to create a product that embodies our passion for professional wrestling expressed through street fashion. Visit collarandelbowbrand.com and use the promo code DeathmatchRussellPodcast and save 10% off when you make a purchase. Collar and Elbow, where wrestling passion meets street fashion. You can find more Deathmatch Russell podcasts on the following social media. DeathmatchRussell.com. Follow on Twitter at DavidNJ32 and on Facebook. Facebook.com/DJDaveNJ32. Find me on Podcast City Network at podcastcity.net. Facebook.com/Podcast City Network. Hit the like button and share. And on Twitter at Podcast City Net. You can hear Deathmatch Russell podcast on Stitcher Radio and on iTunes.